His name, Anand Jon Alexander, an American born in India with an eye for fashion and the women who wear it.
I figured out the secret to have a great show is first and foremost find the most beautiful girls.
Known simply as Anand Jon, making his mark by being seen at the scene with his trademark entourage of young, scantily clad women.
In the 1990s, clothing designer Anand Jon takes the fashion world by storm with his provocative, India-inspired creations. He has a growing list of celebrity clients and a line of beautiful young models showing up at his door.
Journalist Sharon Waxman of the Hollywood website TheWrap.com wrote in her article about Anand Jon Alexander.
His strategy was to make friends with celebrities, to be seen with them, to get them to wear his clothes, where people who mattered would notice.
Donald Trump was one of these celebrities. He and Alexander became friends. Trump is seen here attending one of Anand Jon's fashion shows in New York with none other than Ghislaine Maxwell. It was through this connection that Ivanka Trump began her modeling career. Ivanka would eventually sign her first contract with John Casablanca's mega agency, Elite Models. But according to Anand Jon, he was the one who booked her first runway appearances. He claims in his autobiography that a 14-year-old Ivanka did 5 shows for him before she signed with Elite. Anand Jon Alexander was on top of the world, living a life that most can only dream of. Yet, as we've seen so often in this documentary, fame and fortune is not a cure for a sick mind. At the core of every predator is a wild animal with an insatiable hunger. A thirst for power and domination that doesn't just go away as one's fame and fortune increases.
Whether it was success on the runway or whether it was getting that young girl that turned him on, he stopped at nothing, literally, to get what he wanted.
He had wrote me an email saying that, he loved my look.
Jesse is from Washington State.
Can I set up a photo shoot with you? And I said, sure.
He talks you up really big, like, I can see you, I will get you there, like, you will be like a star.
And there is Autumn, the 15-year-old so eager to impress.
He would use the it girl over and over, like, you are the it girl. I really, had faith in him, maybe he will get me, this is my chance, my shot, I should take it.
It was almost like a dream come true in a way.
And Katie, determined to be a famous model. Katie is an impressionable 14.
You just see this guy with long, curly, flowy hair, leather pants, strand of pearls, and you're just like, wow, it's the first designer I'd ever met in my life.
The things that you heard were that he was a predator, that he would come on to these young models and promise them whatever he could to get his way with them.
What was he telling you that he could do for you?
That he could, make me famous.
Jesse and Anand meet on MySpace, texting about work and perhaps more. An internet relationship that leads to Jesse hopping on a plane to LA at the designer's expense.
He asked me to come back to the bedroom, so I did. At that point, he had started kissing me. I was completely freaked out. He kept kissing my neck and my chest. He had tried to rip off my shirt at that time, and I was just, no, what are you doing? You need to stop. At that point, put his full body weight on top of me, and that's when he started to rape me. I was afraid, so I acted as normal as I possibly could until I got out of that house.
Then Jessie says she sees an opening. Anand's 2 assistants, seen on this surveillance tape from that morning, are going to walk down the street for lunch, and she latches onto them.
And I said, he forced himself on me, and I need to get out of here.
What was their reaction?
One of the girls said, wow, that's not the first time I've heard of that happening. And at that point, I was like, holy cow.
The Beverly Hills police send Jessie to a rape clinic for testing, confirming she had sex with the man she claims raped her. Within hours, Anand Jon is arrested and charged with sexual assault. The floodgates open. Over the next 3 months, the number of criminal counts rise, including rape, sexual battery, and committing a lewd act on a child.
I didn't know that saving my own life was going to help so many other people.
Celebrity fashion designer Anand Jon has been convicted of raping and sexually assaulting aspiring models as young as 14 years old. The 34-year-old designer, who had dressed socialite Paris Hilton and singer Janet Jackson before his arrest last year, faces possible life imprisonment after a Los Angeles Superior Court jury found him guilty on 16 criminal counts.
Now to something we don't often hear. 59 years in jail. That's the sentence awarded to India-born fashion designer Anand Jon, convicted by a Los Angeles court of sexually assaulting aspiring models.
If the prospect of 59 years in prison is a crushing one for the 35-year-old Anand Jon, his nightmare may not yet be over. He has already been indicted on similar charges in New York as well, and the prosecutors in New York had said that they would wait for the sentencing in Los Angeles before deciding on their next course of action.
And his nightmare didn't end there either. Anand Jon was stabbed in the face multiple times and is currently suing the state for lack of protection.